Hello children. Namaste one and all. How are you? I hope you are all safe at home. Welcome to the today's math class. We are in class 6 mathematics, understanding elementary shapes. Today topic is measuring angle. How to measure the given angle. Already we discussed in the previous session different types of angles like right angle, straight angle, right, a complete angle. And also we discussed different types of angles are acute, obtuse, okay, and as well as reflex angle. So is these 6 R is enough to say that whether the given, what is the meaning of acute angle, obtuse angle, reflex angle? The measure of an angle between 0 to 90 degree is acute angle is between 0 to 90, 0 degree less than angle is less than 90 degrees. In between 0 to 90 it is called acute angle. Obtuse angle in between 90 degrees to 180 degrees. Okay, between 90 to 180 we can call it as obtuse angle. And coming to reflex angle, it is more than 180 degrees and less than 360 degrees. Clear? Right? This is totally is reflex angle. By seeing the name, we can say that whether it is acute angle or obtuse angle or reflex angle. We know the value of that particular angle. Clear? How to the measure of how to we can measure the given angle. If they give one shape. How to measure that? How much degrees are there? What is the meaning of degree here? It is the measure of an angle is we can call our measure is a degree measure, right? So now one complete revolution is divided into 360 equal parts. One complete revolution divided into 360 equal parts. In that each part is a degree, right? So now we write 360 degrees to say that 360 degrees. Clear? So the degree symbol is like that. See, I wrote here 90 degrees. Small 360 degrees. Clear? So 360 is one complete revolution is divided into 360 equal parts. 360 equal parts. Each part is 1 degree. Each part is 1 degree like this. Like that 360 equal parts, nothing but 360 degrees. One complete revolution is nothing but simple circle. This is a complete revolution. Clear? Now in this we will be having this divided into 360 equal parts. Each part is 1 degree. Clear? Then how to measure the given angle, whether it is acute or obtuse or reflex angle. Clear, children? So all of you in your geometry box there is one instrument to measure the angle. Already we did one activity, that is how to measure the right angle, that is right angle test, like a L shape. Clear? Now see this here, all of you observe this one. This instrument is nothing but you can call it as a protractor. By using this we can measure the given angle, whether it is acute or obtuse or reflex angle. Okay? By using this we can say that, see, we will use this one, whatever the given shape or given figure, we will measure the angle. How to measure the angle? By using this protractor. By looking like it is a D shape. Okay, it is a D shape, English letter. Now if you observe, in this protractor, one horizontal line, right? One vertical line. Clear? See this here, it should be one horizontal line and a semicircle, right? One vertical line. Now, these two lines are meeting at point. This is a center point, or we will take it as a vertex also. Okay, this is a vertex. This point is very important. Now, exactly this line is nothing but 90 degrees. If you observe, just observe that this is 90 degrees, showing that 90 degrees. Clear children? Now for 90, below 90 you will be having acute angles, above 90 it is obtuse angles. Clear? This starting here. Here in this there are two circles are there. Okay? In the top you will be having all the lines are there. Below the lines you have from left hand side 0 to 180 degrees and right hand in the second line 0 to 180. Here I am going to draw one more line. You can understand very easily. Okay. So here by using this protractor we will measure the given angle. Here it is 0, right? 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 and this is 100. Okay, like that we will be having here 180 degrees. 0 to 180 semicircle, right? Again inside start from 0 here. 0, 10, 20, like that it will be 90 degrees and here it is 100. Okay, and this is 110, 120, like that it will be 180 degrees. Now you just observe here by adding any two angles. See 0 plus 180 is 180, 10 plus 170 180, 20 plus 160 30, 150, 40, 140, 50, 130, 60, 120. Like that, if you add any two angles, it will become 180 degrees only. Okay? Then, while measuring this, by using this protractor to measure the given angle, okay, which one we should consider? Either this line, this value, or this value. That we are going to discuss now. Clear, children? This is a protractor. In every geometry box, we will be having this is a protractor. By using this, we are going to find out what is the measure of the given angle. Right, children? Now let us take a simple example. You can understand in a better way. Right? So now let us draw a figure. Now, before going to discuss this, how to measure the given angle, that should be very important. First of all, before going to use this protractor, whether the given angle is acute or obtuse, that is very important. Right, children? So now, what is the diagram? How can you identify that whether the given figure gives acute angle or obtuse angle? Right? Let us discuss here. First of all, we are going to discuss acute angle. Right? How to measure acute angle? Acute angle is, it is always the lies between the measure of any angle lies between 0 degree less than or 0 degree to 90 degrees. In between 0 to 90. Like example, 1 degree, 2 degree, like that, dash, 89 degree. From 1 degree to 89 degrees, all are acute angles. Right, children? The diagram should be either this is a horizontal line, it should be like this. This is acute angle. Okay? Or you can take it as like this also. This is an angle. Okay? It should be very small. Observe here, very small. Keep it in mind always. The measure of acute angle is always between 0 to 90 degrees. So whatever you are going to measure this one, you will get the angle between 0 to 90 and below 90 only you will get. Right? Let us measure. How to measure this one? How to measure out this angle? It is angle 2 rays. Here it is a point B. This is A, C. We are going to find it. Angle BAC. Angle BAC. This angle we are going to find out. I told you, these two lines are meeting at one point. It is a vertex, right? By using this point, we are going to find out. This point, this vertex point, will coincide with this point. Here, A is the vertex here, right? A is the vertex. This vertex and what is the point here? This vertex will be coincide. Means both are must be. See, I am going to keep like this. I will keep like this. See this here. Now, this AB line, AB ray will coincide with this line, right? Coincide with this line, right? And this point will coincide with A, coincide with A. Then this line, see this here. It is moving like this. See this here. It is moving like this, joining with this one. The diagram will be like this one. This is the only diagram. Now see this here. In between 50 to 60, you have here there are two values are there. We got that should be 125 degrees is the above line and 55 degrees is the below line. Okay, right? 125 and 55 we got. So for whenever you will measure the angle, acute angle or any angle, you will get two values by using the protractor. While measuring the angle of a given figure, you will get two angles. One is above the line, other one is below the line. Right? There are two angles and two values. I got 125 and 55. Now, in these two values, which value are you going to consider? Yes, that is dependent on this figure. Already I told you, this figure shows that it is an acute angle. This line, see this is curve. This is acute angle, right? So acute angle is it is below 90. So we should consider 55 degrees. We should not consider 125 degrees. Is this clear, children? So the angle of BAC is equal to 55 degrees. Is this clear? Now let us measure this one. Let us measure this one. Right, in the same process we are going to apply the same horizontal line. This line will coincide with this one. That is, I am going to take here PQR. This is PQ as well as R. We are going to measure angle PQR. Okay, what is the PQR? So Q is a vertex here. PQ is a horizontal line, that is our ray, PQ ray, and QR is one more ray. Right? So we are going to keep this point on exactly point Q. And see this is a horizontal line, it should be coincide with PQ. Clear, children? Right? Now, see this here, this part. Now, after keeping like this, just press it. Don't be shake it. And this part, see this here. Clear? This is the only line. The horizontal line is nothing but PQ. The vertical line is nothing but QR. See this here. See this here. Horizontal line PQ and the slanting line. The slanting line is nothing but QR. Okay, here this is the angle. This is the angle. This is angle. Now here it's showing the two values are there. Two values are there. Above is 30, below is 150. Okay? Here two values are showing that one is 30 degrees and 150 degrees. Now in between these two values, which value are going to consider? Yes, because this diagram shows that it is acute angle. The measure of acute angle is always between 0 to 90. Here, in between 0 to 90, we are having 30 degrees. We should not consider 150 here. Is this clear, children? This is a process to measure the given angle. See this here. When you are measuring this figure angle, put it here right side. That is right of 90 degrees. Okay, right of 90 degrees. Clear? Right? Or it is showing that, see, when you are facing to protractor, it is a right hand side for you. Okay? For you it is a right side and this is the left side. Clear? When you are measuring this part, we are seeing that below the angle we are taking, not above angle, below angle we are considering. And well, considering this figure, we are taking above the angle. See, this is above the angle we are going to consider 30 degrees. Below is 150 degrees. Is this clear, children? So this is very important because most of the children will get confusion which value are going to consider. Either they can take 30 or 150. It depends on the given figure. It is an acute angle. Acute angle, the measure of acute angle is always between 0 degree to 90 degree. Clear, children? So therefore angle PQR is equal to 30 degrees. So now what is this symbol is called? That is a degree symbol. Right? It is a degree symbol. Right? Let us discuss now obtuse angle. Okay? I hope you understood how to measure by using protractor if given acute angle. Right? So now let us discuss here obtuse angle. Let us discuss obtuse angle. So what is the measure of obtuse angle? The measure of obtuse angle. The measure of obtuse angle. The measure of an angle. The measure of an angle between 90 degrees to 180 degrees. Lies between an angle lies between 180 degrees, 90 degrees to 180 degrees. That is example from 91 degrees to take 91, 92, like that. Middle 150 degrees. Again you get 180 degrees. Sorry, 179 up to 179 degrees. Clear? Whenever we get the value between 90 to 180, it is obtuse angle. The diagram of obtuse angle is generally this line is compulsory and this is, it should be like this. This is obtuse angle. Okay? Here it is A, B, C here. Angle ABC is an obtuse angle. So if it is obtuse angle, we will get the measure more than 90 degrees. Right? Either it should be like this or like this. Okay? In both the ways we can say P, Q, R. Here we are going to measure angle ABC and here we are going to measure angle PQR. PQR means Q we are going to find it. Clear children? Same process we are going to apply. Same, this is the horizontal line, this is the vertex, this point will coincide with B. Right? Now children look in here. So measure this with B here. Okay, now look at it. See this here, this part. This is a line. BC is a ray. This is a vertex, and here it is showing that this is a 30 degrees. See, this is 30 degrees. Okay. So here 30 and 130. Here we got 30 and 150 degrees. Here we got the value is 30 and as well as 150 degrees. Both values we got. Now in that which value we are going to consider here? Either 30 or 150? Yes sir. Because this diagram I told you this is an obtuse angle. Right? It shows that this figure shows that obtuse angle. So we did not consider the 30 degrees. We can take at least 150 degrees. Clear? So now here also same thing. The point will coincide with Q. This point will coincide with Q and this is the Q point. Okay, this is the point Q like this. Now look at here this point. Okay, see this here. It is showing that 60 and 120. Okay, showing that 60 and 120. It is going to exactly between each other. Okay, and this is 60 and 120. Clear? So here we got the two values, that is 60 degrees and 120 degrees. Now in these two values, which value we are going to consider? Yes, we need to consider 120 degrees because it is obtuse angle. Children, you have to remember that compulsory. Whenever you get these type of figures, you just immediately can recall that these two type of figures are showing that it is more than 90 degrees. That is the obtuse angle. Not only like this, children. See this here, this should be little bit also. Even it is also a obtuse angle. Okay? Even it is also a obtuse angle. Clear? Even it is obtuse angle. This part. Okay? Very less. Clear? These are all the figures are showing that obtuse angle more than 90, less than 180. Acute angle. Acute angle will be, this is exactly 90 degrees, L shape. Okay? Like this, like this, like this, even it is like this. These are all showing that, not only this one, these are all acute angles. These four are showing acute angles. These are all showing that obtuse angles. Is this clear, children? Right. Right children, let us discuss perpendicular lines here. So what is meant by perpendicular lines? So first of all, these two lines are intersecting lines, right? From intersecting lines only we will take it as a perpendicular lines, okay, in a particular case. Children, if two lines are meeting at one point, then the lines are called intersecting lines, okay? Line L, line M. These two lines are intersecting at a point O here. Then L and M are intersecting lines. Clear? So when the angle between two intersecting lines is a right angle, then the lines are called perpendicular lines. What is that here? The angle between two intersecting lines is a right angle, then the lines are called perpendicular lines. What is the definition here? Two lines intersect and the angle between them is a right angle, then the lines are called perpendicular lines. Clear? It should be. Now write the definition here. Perpendicular lines. I am going to draw the perpendicular lines to understand in a better way the diagram. One is horizontal, one is vertical line. Okay. This is one line. Let us take AB. Okay. Here it is one more line. Exactly middle. This is CD. Okay. Here is a point. Let us take O. This is an angle 90 degrees. This also 90 degrees. Even this also 90 degrees. This also 90 degrees. But there are totally 4 right angles. Right? The definition is the two intersecting lines. The definition is right. Two lines intersect. Two lines intersect. Two lines intersect and the angle between them, the angle between them is a right angle. So what is the measure of right angle here? Yes, it is a 90 degrees. Okay, between them is a right angle. Two lines intersect and the angle between them is a right angle. Then the lines are called perpendicular lines. This is clear, children? Perpendicular lines. See this here. Line AB, line CD are intersecting at a point O. Then the angle between these two lines, either angle BCO or angle BOC. Sorry children, angle BOC, angle AOC, angle AOD, angle BOD. What is it here? There are 4 angles are formed. AOC, AOD, 2 angles. BOC, BOD, again 2 angles. Right? So each angle is equal to here 90 degrees. This also 90 degrees. This also 90 degrees. And this also 90 degrees. Clear? Then you can say these two lines are perpendicular lines. That's the definition. Children, look at it here. These two are perpendicular lines. I am saying that just now I told you the angle between these two lines. The angle between AB and PQ is the right angle, that is 90 degrees. And here we are going to discuss one more point. This line PQ is passing through the point M, where M is the midpoint of AB. What is that here? A line PQ is passing through the point M, and where M is a midpoint of AB, then PQ is called perpendicular bisector. What is that here? Perpendicular bisector. That is, what is the meaning of perpendicular bisector? Perpendicular means it will making an angle is 90 degrees, and bisector means it divide the line segment into two equal parts. So this line is PQ line is making an angle 90 degrees with AB, and as well as this line PQ divide AB into two equal parts. That is, AM is equal to MB. AM, let us take AB equal to 3 centimeters. Then MB also 3 centimeters only. This part is equal to this part. These two are equal parts, where M is the midpoint of AB, and PQ is a line segment, or PQ is a line which is passing through the midpoint of AB and making angle is 90 degrees. Then it is a perpendicular bisector. So here PQ line is a perpendicular bisector. So you got idea what is the perpendicular bisector of line AB. Okay, line AB. Is this clear, children? So PQ is a perpendicular bisector of AB. When we can say it is a perpendicular bisector, it divides the line segment into two equal parts, and as well as passing through the midpoint of, it divides the given line or line segment into two equal parts, and it passing through the making an angle is 90 degrees. Perpendicular 90, bisector two equal parts. Is this clear, children? So based on this we will be having one exercise, that is 5.5. Clear? But there are some questions are there. Exercise 5.5 that we will discuss. Okay? Right, children, let us discuss exercise 5.5, question number 1. Which of the following are models for perpendicular lines? Which of these by seeing that we can get idea both are perpendicular lines. First one is the adjacent edges of a tabletop. Children, you please take a study table, your study table. The edge of the top, edges of the adjacent sides. Okay, generally it should be like this. Okay, the tabletop looking like a rectangle or a square shape. Okay, right. The adjacent sides of these two. See this here, these two are adjacent sides. The edge of is a right angle. Yes, these two are perpendicular lines. And coming to the lines of a railway track. Already we discussed in the previous chapter. Railway track is always a best example for parallel lines. So the lines of the railway track is not forming a perpendicular lines. Now see, the line segments forming the letter L. Letter L already we discussed, it's a right angle tester. Okay, so letter L is nothing but right perpendicular lines. Coming to the letter B, obviously we know that the angle here it is acute angle. It's not a 90 degrees, it's not forming 90 degrees. So the letter B is not, these two lines will not form a perpendicular lines. Clear, children? Just copy this. And I hope you understood that today's class, that is how to measure the given angle, whether it is acute or obtuse. Okay, and let us come to the reflex angle is more than 180. Clear, children? Right? If you find out acute angle, you subtract from 360, you will get reflex angle. Okay? And we measured how to measure the obtuse angle, and we discussed some examples, and as well as perpendicular lines also we discussed in today's class. And 5.5 exercise question number 1. I hope you understood today's class. Thank you, children. Have a great day.